From rising prices to bread riots, bread played a huge role in France's history, especially in the French Revolution. Hi, I'm Kathleen Genlin, and today we're going to bake French peasant bread in honor of the French Revolution. Voltaire did remark that Parisians needed only the comic opera and white bread, but bread also played a devastating role in the French Revolution. The storming of Bastille in 1789 started as a hunt for arms and grains to make bread. The French Revolution was an obvious effect of things more complex than the simple price of bread, but bread shortages did play a large role in igniting anger towards the monarchy. For this recipe, you will need 4 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, sugar, and yeast, 2 cups of lukewarm water, and butter. In a bowl, we will need to whisk together flour, salt, sugar, and yeast. Add the water and stir. Cover the bowl and let it rise for 1.5 to 2 hours or until doubled in volume. The food supply couldn't keep up with the quickly growing population. A bitter winter in 1788 brought famine and widespread starvation in the countryside. Climbing prices in Paris resulted in bread riots. Now, I want to do some shout-outs right now. Shout out to Mr. Betcher for making this all happen. And shout out to Denis Francois, who was a baker in 1789, who was accused of hiding loaves for himself. Despite his hearing, which proved him innocent, the crowd dragged Francois into the Place de Grève, where he was hanged and decapitated. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees. After you've let your dough rise, make sure to put it in a little glass bowl like I have here. Make sure it's buttered and oven safe. I like to handle my dough with 2 metal forks just to make it easier. After you've preheated your oven, bake it for 15 minutes. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees for another 15 minutes. Parisians were expected to eat white bread. Nobody wanted the dark and inexpensive bread. At the beginning of the revolution, the convention ordered bakers to only bake one type of bread that everyone of all classes ate. This bread was called the bread of equality, and whoever baked bread a different type of way would face a penalty. Everyone, the lower class, the middle class, and the upper class, hated this law. You see, bread accounted to 60% to 80% of the budget of a wage earner's family, so even the smallest rise of grain prices gave birth to tension. In late April and May 1775, over 300 riots and expeditions to pillage grain were recorded in barely over 3 weeks. The Russia protest was known as the Flour War. The rioters invaded Versailles and spread into Paris before spreading out into the countryside. After the bread has baked, take it out of the oven and let it cool completely for about 20 minutes. The French Revolution ended in 1799 with a military coup by Napoleon Bonaparte, as he established himself as France's first consul. The victory of Napoleon over the supposed conquerors reestablished the military prowess of France. After the 20 minutes is up, slice your bread and enjoy.